The Texas Court of Criminal Appeals decided this week not to overturn the death sentence of a Palestine man. Robert Robertson was convicted of killing his 2-year-old daughter back in 2002. Now, Fox 51's Lauren Margolis spoke with his lawyer about the court's decision, and she's here to tell us what the defense plans to do next. Lauren.
Katie, Robert Robertson's attorney, Gretchen Swen, says she's troubled by this week's ruling, but she's not giving up.
There is much more fighting left to do.
A new execution date will now be set for Robert Robertson, a reality that leaves his attorney, Gretchen Swen, feeling distraught.
I feel heartbroken, primarily for him. For instance, I couldn't even be the first one to tell him the bad news, because there's no way to just simply pick up a phone and call your client on death row.
This is video of his original trial in 2003, just 1 year after his arrest. In 2002, Robertson took his 2-year-old daughter, Nikki Curtis, to the hospital the night she died. He told staff they were sleeping in their Palestine home when he woke up and saw Nikki unresponsive, having fallen off the bed. Doctors and nurses had suspicions of child abuse when Curtis arrived, doubting a short fall could cause her fatal injuries.
Robert comes to the hospital clutching his comatose child and is judged immediately for not, crying enough, for not showing the right kind of emotion. Now, this is a guy with autism, but of course the people in the hospital didn't know that. The local police didn't know that.
Robertson was arrested that day. Doctors who testified at his trial said the toddler's injuries were consistent with shaken baby syndrome. Experts have since backtracked on the science used in part to win his conviction.
It's a debunked theory that has ruined many lives, not just Robert's and his family.
During his time on death row since 2003, Robertson has maintained his innocence, saying he never had intent to harm his daughter. And since 2003, his attorney has been working to prove that innocence, presenting 302 pages of new evidence.
All this material, none of it is mentioned in the trial court's 15 pages. So if that's what the Court of Criminal Appeals relied on, it couldn't have relied on the new evidence. The new evidence isn't mentioned.
What's next in Robertson's case? Swen says it's very likely they will appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court.
Now, with the court's decision, Robertson can now be scheduled for a new execution date. Swen says the soonest she'll be able to speak with Robertson is Tuesday. Now, she says he is religious and is holding on to his faith to help him through this. In studio, Lauren Margolis, Fox 51 News.